Dude, you pranked Daryl.
I did.
Dude, I'm a Walking Dead fanatic. My wife would know that I'm all about it. And like when we were watching, I was like, holy crap.
You
What's up, dude? How are you?
So you got casted. Like, did you get casted in one of the shows?
So during that wrestling season, I created Vine, and I was like, yo, let's like it. I want to create something that no one could do, no one could replicate, and I could kind of like be the category king of. And I was like, okay, well, let's dress me up as a zombie and like scare people. You know, let's see if it works. And I went out to my local Walmart in New Jersey, which I'm not allowed in that Walmart anymore. And yeah, they kicked me out, and then no good. And I stick out like a sore thumb. It's not like I'm gonna sneak my way back into Walmart, you know? And I scared this dude, and he threw the paper towels at my face, and I was like, bro, it's just a prank. I looked at my camera guy. I was like, did you get that? He's like, I got that. And I was like, my goal was like 500 people. I was like, man, if this video can have get 500 likes, this would be insane. And no joke, I posted that video. I went to sleep. And I woke up for school the next morning, and it was the #1 video on the app. Like, wow. Over Logan Paul, shout out to Logan Paul, over Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all those pranksters at the time, I was the #1 video. It had 80,000 likes and over 80,000 reposts. And I go back to school, and everybody knows. They're like, oh, your video,
yeah,
clout, right? Like validation. But by the way, you see how I fall into the validation. I'm getting all the validation.
Yeah.
And so now I'm a wrestler. Now I'm any school that I go to wrestle, the cheerleaders are cheerleading for me. They're taking pictures with me. He's the Vine guy. He's a zombie prank guy. Yeah, now I'm famous. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, like overnight. But also, let's go to the pain part too. Not all the comments are great.
Right. Right.
And if we really want to go down a dark hole, it's like one thing for me to read the comments, but it's another thing that I know my parents are reading the comments. And my parents are reading comments like, they should have killed his dad so he couldn't reproduce. What a terrible sperm donor. Kill it before it reproduces. Like, you name any insult under the sun, I got when I was 18 years old, as an 18-year-old kid, right? Famous overnight. And so that was an interesting thing to battle, right? And that's all about a focus thing, right? If I focus on those, that will become my life, right? If I focus on the positive things and the positive comments, that will become my life as well. You don't get the life you have, you get the life you focus on. So now I'm famous in this Vine thing, and I'm doing funny videos, and everybody's loving it. And I come home from wrestling practice one day. My dad, I think I get the pranking from my dad. He's a prankster. And so I come home. He's like, we're gonna go to Tokyo. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, Fox called me. Like, they want to hire you to scare the main actor of The Walking Dead, and they're gonna pay you. And I'm like, bro, like, cut it out.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not joking. Like, here's the email. And so I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And so we get on the call. They're like, listen, we saw your video. You're perfect. We want to fly you out to Japan and do a prank on Daryl, but you can't tell anybody in your school. And when we fly you out here, we have to take you like an alternate route, because if he sees you, he's going to know you're going to prank him. That's how everybody knew me. And so I got hired as an 18-year-old kid. Actually, my math teacher failed me because I went on that trip. I missed my midterm. Shout out to her. Hope your life's great. I'm doing outstanding, by the way. And I did the prank, and that went viral as well. And they paid me $10,000. I was 18 years old. I got 10 G's. Yo, you know I've never shared this. I don't think I've ever shared this on a podcast. The first thing that I did when I made $10,000 is I flew to California and bought a $1,600 Versace chain. Like an idiot. But it was super dope,
Typical,
right? So I had this Versace
18-year-old.
Yeah, bro, like balling out. You know, it was the same one that like Justin Bieber had in one video. Like, I don't know what I was doing, but I was just balling. I was like, yo, I'm rich. 10,000. I was like, I ain't never gonna work again. Like, I'm rich forever.
You still have that chain?
I do. It's in a box. I never even wore it. It's obnoxious. And so that whole pranking thing took me off, and then I made the decision. I got accepted to the only college that I wanted to go to. I decided not to go to college because I got an opportunity to move to LA to be a part of a show like Impractical Jokers. So basically they pitched me. They're like, yo, the whole cast is going to be disabled. We can pull pretty messed up pranks. We want you to be the lead actor. This is what you're going to get paid. Blah, 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 blah. Great. I move out to LA. 2 weeks after I signed my lease, they're like, yeah, the show didn't get picked up. Like, have a good life.
Oh my god.
I didn't know that works. And then on top of that, my roommate who I moved with, shout out to you, never paid rent, never got a job. The apartment was my name, and the cherry on top was my brother called me and said, I'm addicted to heroin and I need to come home.